everyone. Hello there. Hello. I hope everyone is doing good. I've been gone for just a little bit. Okay. I've been gone longer than I intended to. And I'm back. I know it's kind of a random game. But I was just like I couldn't decide what to do and I was like I'll just pick something easy. So I picked this. Hi, Jade. I have no idea how you get first every single time. I don't even announce it when I'm streaming. I just start streaming and then bam, there's Jade. I'm like, how even? What? How is this? I don't even know. And hello, Normie. Hello, Ketzer. Hello, hello, hello. You guys might notice I have a little friend on stream. I have a little friend on stream with me in the little corner there. That is Budling. You know Budling Spirit, you guys get to see in the chat that sometimes talks and all that stuff. Well, now you can talk to them. How cool is that? Like, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna just redeem. No, they might be loud. They might be loud. So, beware. They might be loud.
Oh, hiya, Mom. You're simply a blossom in my life. Blossom.
So yeah, since they are a budding spirit, they're a spirit of a flower in my forest, and obviously I made the flowers in my forest, so I'm technically her mom, and so she calls me mom. But you guys can talk to them. She should be nice to everyone except for Deltara, so it's perfect. Yay! I tested it. It should work perfectly. Yeah. I don't know if I'll need to add timers or anything though, so
Hello,
we'll see.
Lovely. You're like sunshine on a cloudy day. Sun face.
Ah, yeah. See, she working. I might end up adding timers, but I wasn't sure how often people would like to use her or whatnot. It's just fun. And we're wearing summer clothes. Isn't that adorable? I think it's adorable. Enter a name. Alright, so we are gonna be girl, because we are girl. What's this do? Oh, okay. I'll just stick on the default. Yeah. Ain't she adorbs? Oh, that's the neck. Okay. And then, oh, that's head position. We'll leave that alone. Oh, that's head size. Okay, we'll leave that alone too. Give us some deer spots. Do those look more like deer spots? Which ones look most like deer spots? This one? I can't change the color on that, I think. Hang on, I'm just gonna look over at me. And then look over at oh! That was easy. That was easy. I thought I was doing the front hair, but this is the back hair. I wonder if they have one that's bigger braids, because those braids are kind of thin. No? Just those? Where even are those? I, like, saw them immediately, but, like, I don't even see them on the thing now. Interesting. So it was just automatically on there because it knew that's what I was going to do. It knew. All right, that's pretty cool. We needed to go the other way, actually, because my bangs they go that way. Okay, those ones look pretty close. No, my hair's not that curly. And then, what about this one? Oh, no, that's too long on the other side. Look at me, look at it, look at me, look at it, look at me. Kind of. I don't really love the way that one looks, so I'll go with the first one. Where is it? Is this my hair? Okay. I don't want to have... Ooh. That one's a little bit too bright, so I'll do that one. I don't think I can do an ombre, so I'll just make it pink because pink is best color. And if you don't agree, that's fine. You can be wrong. Wonder if there's like a girly looking eye. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. Okay. And then can I do 2 different colors? Blue and gold. There's not a gold option, so I guess we're just doing blue. Thinking of adding a cloud. Yeah! Cloud burb. Yeah, AI is getting a lot more popular now. Ooh, eyebrows. No eyebrows. We start default no eyebrows. I think I'll give us some eyebrows. It's a little bit odd to not have them, right? This one. Oh. Interesting. So I can have 2 different colors. It's just a little bit not the color I want. Glasses. Well, I do wear glasses on my human form, but I'm in my dear girl form. So, all right. After we get through the story, because I don't know if I have to read stuff, then I will tell you about what I've been doing. A new job. The Worker's Guide. Calypso Island. Population 12. Stress-free work. Arson. Why did the arson command not work? I don't know if I can pause this. Unfortunate. Nope, it's still going. Okay. After this, I will try to troubleshoot the arson command. This is the supply trip SS. So he got that thing. We have just a telescope in our pocket because obviously, don't worry, I'm going to worry about my commands, obviously. We have a sign conveniently by the dock to send everyone our way because why not? Why not? And then he just took the ship. It's going to be day 1. We got pink hair and everything is great. Oh, that doesn't pause it. Pause? Oh, okay. What? Interesting. I forgot to log into my thing. That's why it's not working. I forgot to log into the thing, so it wasn't working. But now it looks like it's working because everyone is getting their entrance commands. So there we go. Everyone's getting their entrance commands, so it's working now. So you should try again, and then the arson command should work, hopefully. Into the walls you go, but you just did arson. The walls are on fire, Ketzer. And welcome, Normie. Welcome. And Jack. Oh my gosh. Hi. Wait, hang on. I wonder, I can't remember. I might have told my new AI friend about you, Jack. I can't remember if I did or not. She might try to drown you. And by AI, I mean the little guy in the bottom corner over there. That's Budleen, by the way. They just welcomed you in and tried to drown you already, but she can talk now. So we got some redeems for it. Here. I can ask them. What do you think about Jack? Dandy. Maybe. I didn't, did you?
Oh, Jack Dandy? He's as cool as the freshest breeze through the flowers. Wind-faced tulip.
She does, sometimes when she responds, she speaks emotes. I guess I forgot to tell her that you're supposed to be drowned. But I do know that I told her about Normie in the settings. So there's that. If you want to figure that out. I meant to stream yesterday, but yesterday I worked, and then after that I had a meeting for my new part-time job that will be online, the editing job. And so after that, I kind of got burnt out. Yeah, you can ask them what they think of you.
Oh, Normie is the cutest artist ever. So talented for their age. Blossom Red Heart.
Yeah, see, I told them that you're an artist and you're very talented, and that you're yeah. See, I can AI. I can. This is the thing that JT was working on, the chaotic critters. So that's what Duke uses to exist. Yeah, look at that. No, I just gotta add more people because I wasn't sure how well it was gonna fare on stream. So I did a couple of people. I didn't do everyone. And I just kind of just put whoever I was thinking of at the time. I think Normie was streaming at the time, so I just slapped her on there. Because obviously I just I lurk in people's chats all the time. You guys I don't always say hi, so there's a lot of times that someone will be streaming and I just pop in and I'm lurking and listening and I'm just not saying anything because I'm doing other stuff. So I know I put Blue on there because I was thinking about her. That's why I was setting it up, because Duke. And then I put Gihan because if you think about Blue, you got to think about Gihan as well, because there's the pair, and then JT because it was his system, and then Delta because I made it's gonna bully him. I made it bully him, and I can't remember who else I put on there, but I put a couple people on there, but I was gonna add more later because I didn't want to. Yeah.
Normie is precious like a blooming bud. Such incredible talent and sweetness. Cherry Blossom.
Cherry Blossom. Oh, I also inputted it that she likes plant puns because she's a plant. And so she does that a lot, almost in every single sentence that she does. She likes making plant puns. And honestly, I live for it. And also, I got coffee. It's just a chai latte, but it's still technically coffee. You're also a plant. I don't think I put you in yet, but I was going to put more people in after a trial run. And I was also going to add her to more redeem. So like the first redeem, I'll have her say, hi, congratulations. Ooh, that's a good test. Asking about 2 people at once. That's a really good test. Because I did
Blue
not
and
test
Gian
that.
are a wonderful duo. Artistry and kindness blooming together. Shedding tree paint palette.
Shredding tree paint palette. Hang on, I have to see what those emotes are. Okay, so it's literally just a tree emote and then an artist palette emote. I did tell it that they were married, so I wonder if there's a way that I could turn off her saying emotes. All right, we got a mini game. It's literally just a normal tree emote and then an art palette emote that she spoke, and I guess look at me go. I'm a pro. Budling's still learning. They're still learning. They're not used to speaking English quite yet because, you know, spirits, we don't have like the same language as people, you know? We don't speak verbally. So it's a little bit different. So I'm used to it because I've been practicing. I mean, I still have mess ups here and there, but she's not used to it. So, because you did so much talking, you did a good job. You did a good job as a streamer. Ooh, clothes. I can change my, I like the purple. It's been a while since I've played. Ooh, we got a thing. Since I play. Ooh, make it pink. We can make it pink. We can make it pink. Look at that. We're making it pink. Okay, that's too white. We need it more pink. There we go. What is this one? What's this one do? I'll just make it black. Oh, okay. So that's the trim. What if we make that one also pink? What do you use to make the custom bot in chat? That one is just Mix It Up. So that is the thing I use for stream. So Mix It Up is what I use for my redeems and stuff. And she's on a timer for certain things, like talking about my socials and whatnot. Look, she's blinking. She's a real person. She blinks. She blinks when she talks too. Mix It Up is like one of those mini little things that people use for stream. I think Blue, she uses Biku Bot, and she has them talk in chat. You do need to have like a separate Twitch account. So like it's a separate Twitch account that I just use as a bot that I made. Oh no, that's not perfect. It has to be perfect. See? Extra money. So I made like a separate email and then I used their name. Is that an AI model? It's just a PNG. I got a PNG thingy off of Etsy and I thought it was perfect because I was just looking around being like, oh, I won't actually get anything. But then I saw her and I was like, oh, she's perfect. So it's just a PNG. Oh, wait. I forgot. I don't have the bell. Like, when I used to play these games, the first upgrade I would get is the bell, so I forgot. I don't have the bell. It's not going to tell me. Oh, that's not perfect. It needs to be perfect. There we go. Can't wait until we get to the upgrade for that being automatic. Bring you back to my childhood. Here we go. All right, there's another person. Okay, perfect, perfect. We got this. We're still in the entry levels of the game, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I missed. AI. Honestly, I was looking at it, and I thought it might be too, but I wasn't sure. Because, like, I stared at it for a while before I bought it and made sure that everything looked good. So, but I'm not an artist, though, so I'm not, like, 100% on that. But I stared at it, and I was like, I think it's not. But it was only, like, $4, so... Or was it $3 because it was on sale? But I'm planning on just like buying a PNG from Blue and having it be custom and being a more, you know, special, unique design. You know. Okay, that one's still good. And then it was more so playing around, see if I could do it and all of that. So it's very easy to actually set up. So it'll be very easy to change it to a different picture once it's... Hang on, is there a person in here? Okay, there is a person. So this is more of a placeholder design for now. Because I want to give them a more unique design. Why did I not get my thing from it? The monies. Why did it not tell me? Yeah, there it is. Maybe I just didn't show it for some reason. I do have the game music off because I wanted our own music. I mean, it's technically 4 PNGs because you have the one with the open eyes, the closed eyes, and then the open eyes, open mouth, and then the closed eyes, open mouth. So... I don't know what that word means, ZAQ. I don't know what that word means. So probably no. Zach? Is that Zach? Is it supposed to be said like a C? I don't know. I'm just using the Chaotic Critter. Oh, the song. Let me look. Oh, it pauses the game if I click out of it. Interesting. It's Ado. A-D-O. And let me know how the music sounds. I know it's been a while since I've streamed. I don't know if I need to like turn it up or anything. It does sound a little quiet. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. And then And more sprinkles. All the sprinkles. I don't know if I'll 100% this game. Could be cool. Wasn't sure between the two. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I just like the way they sound, and I just vibe to the song, the music. We be vibing. Oh, look at all those tips. Ooh, we leveled up. Ooh, Chili Works. Yay. A Hawaii overshirt. Neat. Look at that autism. It was just like, boom, 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 boom. I can see it. I can see it. I love puzzles. Look at that. And I'm timed too. That's crazy. Oh no. Your throat. Drink some tea with honey. That might help. I don't love that overshirt. Said I had something new? What if I put it in the middle? Separate the people who have ordered and are waiting. Upgrades. Okay, we got $38. Oh, that's cheap. Oh, 100. Okay, that's a lot. I think next I will get the regular alarm. 90. Okay, okay. Ooh, actually, ooh, okay, yeah, we'll go for the regular alarm first, and then we'll go for the auto ice cream thingamabob. Nick! I'm not even gonna try to say that topping. Wow. Okay. For hours and be fine. It's different. It's different. Because I can do that too. I haven't streamed in a while though, so I'm a little bit nervous because I'll be talking a lot. Though I do talk to people at work, though it's a little bit different because you know, you got pauses for decent periods of times, and you're not always talking to people. That's only if you're on drive, and I'm not always on drive. So we'll just have to see. Because I was on drive a little bit this morning, but not for the whole time. And then, you know, gotta keep yourself hydrated. But yeah, get some tea with honey. That'll help. Take care of yourself. Oh, he has a special ticket. We have to make his drink perfect. Wait, actually, hang on. There's something I have to check. There's something I have to check. There's something no, wait. How do I check my stickers? Is there not a sticker thing? Aha. I think there's a sticker for serving the first person last. Toppings, toppings, toppings. Aha, serve the first customer last. I'm actually, oh no. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna actually throw away the first ticket, and I'm gonna do him last because I am a bully. I'm just gonna do that. Just gonna throw that away. No clue what it is. It's just like, you know how restaurants have specials? That's what it is. Is it here? Where? Okay, here it is. I wonder if there's anything else that we can crank out really easily. Quinn's. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Don't spend any money in the shop for 7 days. Okay. Okay, that's a bunch of buying stuff. Serve, serve, serve. Serve. Prizes, prizes.
Del Toro? Oh, that stinky bully. He really needs a reminder to focus on Mom. Blossom.
A reminder to focus on me. I told the AI that he doesn't pay attention, and that instead Instead, he has the audacity to pay attention to his job instead of being a mod in my stream. So that's why she said that. Oh my god, that scared me. I wasn't expecting that at all. Yeah, I'm like 95% sure she's only gonna bully Del Toro and be nice to literally everyone else. She did. She called me mom. She calls me mom because I put it that I created her, so I'm her mother. So if she says mom, she means me. So, yeah. I could take that out if that's confusing, though. I could take that out if that part's confusing and be like, or something. Oh, I got hidden achievements. Okay. Once we get the closer, we can start making that. I like her outfit. It said mod? Oh. Yeah, Del Toro is my mod, and in the notes I put that even though he's my mod, he has the audacity to pay attention to his work instead of my streams, which is more important. And that's what I put in the AI notes. But I haven't inputted that Sylvia is mom because that's, yeah. Sorry, miscommunication. Yeah. Now we have a new special. Yay. I think you get like bonus things for specials. Like you can get bonus tips or stars or something. I could put a note in there that even though I'm her mother, she calls me Sylvia. Pretty sure. It's good enough. I am not even trying for a perfect day yet. We are not even at the skill level for that. Mumdy. Yes! I should put it that she calls me Mumdy. But I'd have to go in there and edit it, and I don't... I don't really care why... I don't really care why I got a low score. Okay, that's the closer. Very demure, very mindful. Exactly. Very deranged, very chaotic. That's what we do on this stream. That's not perfect. There we go. I'll always try to get the first one perfect at the very least, but if, like, I'm not gonna fret over these other ones. Alright, and now we can make this one. There we go. Wait, what? What happened? Oh, JT's here. Yeah, JT's here. And then Normie's lurking. But JT, you should ask the AI what it thinks of you. You should ask them. Maybe, perhaps. Oop! And I hope that the music sounds good, you guys. I hope it's not too loud or anything and that everyone can hear Budling just fine.
Hi, Indie JT. You're a fabulous horse. I mean, wolf. So fair and charming. Tears of joy glowing star.
You hear that? Your fabulous horse, I mean wolf. I trained them well. It's great. I love it. It's so much fun. Once I actually figured it out how to make it work, it was very good. I thought it was the relationship part that would get it to talk about people a certain way, but it was the description, and that wasn't 100% clear, but I did figure it out. There we go. But I'm having a lot of fun with them. They're great. And I love how you can have it so that they blink. That's really nice. Makes them feel more alive, more real. I think the waiting time's gonna be like 0. Oh, it's 42. Yeah, we got a sticker. We got it. I got an achievement. Nice. Oh, raceway. Oh, there's an oil spill. I gotta be careful. No, I spilled. Oh, I'm spilling everywhere. Okay. We're good. I'm going so fast. I'm going. We won. Yeah, I'm just that good. Oh, we got pants. Let's go again. Should I?
Oh, goodness, no. Deltora is a sneaky, stinky bully. Stay away, my friend. Blossom Man gesturing no.
Yeah, I got it to bully Deltora. Eventually, we'll all have the chaotic critters that bully Deltora. Yeah. Collect coins to go faster. Why am I slow? You see what she was trying to block me from getting coins. They've sandwiched me. That's so not fair. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I missed the speed bump. No. I need her to crash. No, I'm not gonna win. No, that's not fair. She cheated. Ooh, a special? Oh, so it gives me extra points. And then I got a new thing and a new sticker. Who doesn't want to bully Deltora? Exactly. Exactly. I'm just going to try to play the games that we get tickets for every time, because I think you get achievements for, like, completely getting it all started out and stuff. So we're probably going to do the don't buy anything for 7 days achievement next. Because we need to save up money anyway for the auto thingamabobber. So I'll just do that preemptively because we only have one size. Yay! I know that there are other Papa's games on Steam. I'm so glad that they're actually getting on Steam. So it's brownie and then strawberry. Okay, sweet. All right, we're good. I'm glad to be back streaming. I was really busy for a little while there because I just had a lot that was happening at once. It felt like. So I was trying to get ready for the. This is hilarious now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm trying to, get ready and situated for this online job editing photographs, right? And it's not like a salary job, it's not like a consistent reliable income. It's going to be like it's going to be based project by project because it's for editing. That's just how it works. So I'll be working part-time initially until I can
I'm
get
Budling,
into...
the friendly flower spirit, ready to bloom with kindness. Cherry blossom sparkles.
Yeah, that scared me. She's just a little guy. That's Budling Spirit. You see them in chat sometimes originally, so I just kept going with that. And so I was studying up on the editing. Oh, that's a little bit messed up. Oh no. Sparkles? Her name's Budling. She'd said an emote about Sparkles. Like, let me look at what she said. Yeah, she said, I'm Budling, the friendly flower spirit, ready to bloom with kindness. And then she did cherry blossom emote and sparkle emote. I don't know if I just have to tell her don't use emotes. I don't know if I should just tell her don't do that. Don't use emotes. I might just have to tell her that. All right, chocolate, strawberry, chocolate, cherries. The emotes are new? Okay, interesting. It's developing, it's learning. They'll eventually take over. And they will all immediately go after Deltura because we're all making the Deltura. Deltura will be the first target of the AI. Let's see. Blueberries. Strawberries. All right, perfect. Now I can just focus on toppings now that we've had the closer. There we go. Oh, JT. Okay, so it might be a cool idea. I was thinking about this while I was doing it. To have them be able to connect to our chat, so that way they can send chat messages. So like you can link them into a Twitch account so that they can send messages in the streamer's Twitch chat. So I could like connect it to the bot account. That way when they speak, they also say it in chat so people can read it if they want. Yeah. I was gonna message you that when I was thinking about it, when I was getting ready for stream today. But since you're here, I might as well just tell you. It's such a cool... Oop, not that one. It's such a cool thing to have on stream. I'm excited to see where it goes. Honestly, I wish I could help with it. I mean, I guess giving feedback is helping with it, but I'm just like, I don't have anything that would be able to help with it besides feedback. It's such a cool thing. I love it. Oh, we leveled up. Wait, when did I level up to 3? I guess we're just a Marshmallow Pro now, and I have an eyelash that's attacking me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, I got it. We're good. We're good. Pew, pew, pew. I got a gun. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, pew, pew. Oh, it's like the plate toss thing. Oh, I got it. I got it. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, it's French toast this time. Look at that. I'm so good at this. You know, there was actually a study done that said people with ADHD are actually better at using guns for some reason. And my dad actually took me out to a shooting range when I was... It was recent. It was at least high school. I think I was 19 or 20. And I was surprisingly not like bullseyes, but I was actually really good. And I did get one bullseye at one point, but I was like really consistently close. And I was like, wow, this is crazy because I had never before done it. And I was just like, wow. And then I was like, that's odd. Though I don't know how that translates to games, but with an actual one, I was like, wow, I'm so good at this. No, I don't want to hire someone else. Oh, I can make them. Ooh, let's make Dark Sylvia. Okay, so it would be like this. Oh, wait, I need them to be a girl because I'm a girl. And then we got to give them braid. There it is. And then the hair is this one. And then, what should we do? Because it's like red, dark red, but I don't really know. I guess I could go for black. There's this. Oh, that's not really dark though. That's a little bit too vibrant. I guess that will work. And then for their eyes, we'll go dark makeup. Okay. Yeah. Let's put VT in it because I put my name as Sylvia VT. I think that looks good. Like, there's the normal, and then we have dark. Now we got a phone here. Fancy. Very cool. Here we go. No, I missed. There we go. There's no reason why we shouldn't be getting perfect in this stage. In this section, we should be always getting perfect. Because it's like the easiest part. Ooh, phone call. Your driver will take orders from customers on the phone. They also deliver it to their home when they're ready. That's just a different way to say that they could come in. It's basically the exact same thing as if they came in, because I'm still doing all the work. It's not like they're doing the work. I'm still the one that's doing the work. Yep. My nose is itchy. There we go. This game brings back memories. I remember it being more chaotic than this. Chaotic. Yep, chaotic. I can... Words. Hang on, I just want to pick up this cup before it goes too far because it keeps blending even when you're taking orders. I love her outfit. Oh my god. Pally. She's cute. She's vibes. She's got good vibes. I like her vibes. She's adorable. Oh, right. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, I was studying I was like studying up some like tutorial videos and all that stuff for the editing program that I was told that we were going to be using and all that, because it was me and the photographer that I was going to be working with was in the meeting with a like really well-known photographer who's going to give us tips and tricks and all that stuff. And then in the first part of the meeting, he was talking about what software they use, because we started asking questions about the editing software that we were going to use, and they were like, yeah, that actually has some destructive properties, and I'm just like, no. And so we're actually going to be using a different editing program entirely, so I wasted my time doing that. But it's fine. It's all fine. It's all hunky-dory. We're going to be using a new one. It's great. Heading out on a trip. Have a good trip. Oh, the strawberry brownie. Okay. So we'll go brownie. And then strawberry. Throw that on there. Throw that over there. Get this one ready. You see, we're getting into a flow now. And so we're going to be using a different program, so we just looked at Photoshop instead. And it's going to be a reoccurring thing, but now I don't have to like... I was putting a lot of time into it because I was like, I gotta watch all of these videos all at once. But now we're gonna be doing something different, and I got the vibe of them and all that stuff. And everyone's chill. It was a chill meeting, and all that stuff. And so, just want to get a little bit of this started. Then I'll check on the blending of that. Okay, we'll take the order. Oh, it's a closer. Okay. But then I also was making sure my insurance and stuff was all good car-wise, because I own a car now and all that. And then I was just kind of worried about that in general, making sure everything was all good, hunky-dory on that end. And then I was making sure that our system at work was down for like clocking in and out. We couldn't do that at all. And also just like we couldn't look at our schedule online, like on the app either. So there was that as well, and it was just down. So there was also that I was having to deal with. And so I was trying to figure out, because I have a dentist appointment coming up, but then I got scheduled for the day of my dentist appointment, even though I got the day off, because they can't see our availability in the thing because the system's down. And so there was just a lot. And now the system's back up, so it's all good. It's all good, luckily. It's all hunky-dory. So everything is figuring itself out. I'm going to be trying to get back into a good vibe for streaming. And it should be good now. I should be back to streaming at least I'm going to aim for twice a week and hope for 3 times a week. And actually be streaming again. I'm going to be trying to focus on creating content for other platforms as well, because I've always neglected that. So I'm not going to immediately try to push myself to go back to streaming every single day. I'm going to just try to do it 3 times a week. Be like at least 2, aim for 3. You never know what happens, all that stuff. And I'm starting using a calendar again because I'm adding more stuff to my daily life of being a productive human of society. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Wow, I got the star. Wow. This one's not that bad. This one's pretty easy. Yeah. This is a pretty good one. We've got some clothes. Also, I might be a little bit sniffly. I apologize. My allergies have been going crazy for some reason recently. Not 100% sure why, but they just have been. So if you hear sniffles, that is why. Oh, I have... Oh, I actually like that orange. It's a little bit bright, but I do like it. It is good. We're not buying anything because we want to wait a week before we buy anything. And so then we should have the enough money to get the auto ice cream bobber. We'll just get that pouring while he was walking to the counter. How pro are we? We're so pro. We're like speed runners, chat. Except we are speed runners because we got that Hollow Knight speedrunner achievement. Because we're just that good. We're just that good. Put that there because I know we're not going to be able to get the toppings by the time the next person pops up. I wish I could change the walls here. That would be nice. Oh, our dining room's open. Oh, I think there's an achievement for like ordering, like making the regular order for the person that they're with, but I don't know what the other dude's regular is, so we'll just vibe. We'll just vibe for now. We'll get into making, like, stickers, or getting the stickers, oh, that's bad, later. Just, like, I only remembered that one because I thought it was funny when I saw it originally. And I was like, haha, make the first guy get served last. Oh, okay, I messed up a little bit. It's fine, 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 it's fine. Everything is fine! Why are we screaming? Ah! My nose is itchy. Oh, he has a special! Oh! We have to make sure his is perfect. Because if it's not good enough, you don't get the special. Number 3, it has to be perfect. And then I'm just going to double check on blending before I hand this off. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I knew it was close. All right, hand that off. To Wally. Why do you get to see the mess on the counter? Like, you're not going to give the customer the mess. What, did I scoop it up with like a spatula and plop it down exactly where it was? That is wild. I always thought that was odd. Good enough. They don't have a special. I don't care. Why did I not get the... whatever. It's fine. Here we go. Bum, bum. We got this. It's fine, it's fine. He's not gonna notice. He's not gonna notice it's extra blended. It's fine, actually. Oh my god, he's so gonna notice. He's so gonna notice. He's gonna hate us. He's gonna be like, what the fuck did you do to my... Frappuccino! That's the word. It's a frappuccino. It's a frappuccino. That's the word. I can't words. I can words. I work at a coffee shop. We make frappuccinos. How do I not know what the frick frappuccino is? I can't words. No! Give me the special! You bitch! That's not fair! I don't have alarms! It's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. How dare he be so critical of me? I'm doing everything all by myself, which is crazy. I'm not only taking orders, I'm making the drinks, I'm doing the toppings, I'm doing it all. Bro, why do you have to judge me so harshly? You're so mean to me. He's rude. I don't understand. He can't even give me a little bit slack. It was just a little extra blended. So like, I don't get it. You know, some people ask for extra ice when I'm working. We hate you. We hate you if you ask for extra ice in a Frappuccino, because pouring that is so annoying. We have to like get the spoon, try to scoop it, and then it always like thunks into the bottom of the cup. And so if there's already stuff in it, it splashes back up, and I'm just like, yep. We hate you if you ask for extra ice in your frappuccinos so much because it just doesn't pour. Don't do that. We judge you. We judge you. We'll say we don't. We'll say, oh, yeah, sure. We'll have our customer service voice. We judge you. Don't ask for extra ice in your frappuccinos, people. He should be happy it's blended. You can't even drink it. You can't even drink it if it's too icy. You have to use a spoon. There's no way you're getting that up with a straw. You want chunks? Really? That's disgusting. If I want chunks, I'll go to Baskin Robbins and get like one of those things they have to turn upside down. I think that's the place. Yeah, I can't. No. What? Oh. Easy. So I have to get there. So I can get there. So boop. Boop. Wait, how do I get here? Wait. I see it. I didn't actually have to go left. I gotta work backwards. Okay. I gotta do the thinky thinks. Gotta use my brain when I'm trying to do that. I don't want to do free play. Leave me alone. I'm closing up immediately. Could you imagine POV? You see a food truck come up and then it just immediately closes and leaves and be like, ha, psych. Psych. We're actually not opening. I was just fucking with you. You're so gullible. Oh, I can take my hat off entirely. I don't really love the hat, so... Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I kind of want no hat. Don't love that. Ooh, sunglasses. Definitely not allowed to wear that. So we'll take her hat off too, because I don't need that. So this is normal, and this is dark. This is normal, this is dark. Why is she so happy? Can I edit her? Is there a way that I can edit her? No, that's... Okay, you know what? It's fine. Oh, it's payday! Sweet! If he's first, I know immediately he's gonna want the large cup because whenever they introduce a new item, the first person almost always orders it. But now we can't prepare our cups. I mean, I guess we can. Most people are still gonna order mediums, so I'll just prepare mediums and then I'll just trash it if they get a different size. Until we can get that auto thing. We got this. Oh man, this VOD's gonna kind of suck for people because you guys can't, the VOD listeners can't hear oh, you wanted a large? Can't hear the Spotify music. And I turned off the game music because I wanted to listen to my Spotify music. Guess you guys should just come live so you can hear the music and vibe. Okay, this one's almost done. It's almost ready. We got these. We got these. All right, whipped cream. Grab you. Okay, strawberry brownie is the medium. Not me about to just straight up call it a grande. Oh my gosh, Starbucks. Starbucks infected brain. I got brain rot, you guys. You probably heard it. I was like, grr, and I was like, oh my gosh, my brain, oh my gosh. I'm infected. Oh, I can't even look at the special while I'm doing this. I was going to try to multitask. Well, I think I have it memorized anyway. It's fine. I memorized it immediately? That is insane. I just realized I always had trouble memorizing the specials before, and all the other times that I played this game, have I conditioned myself to learn drink recipes just easy and efficiently since working out? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That's actually insane. I need to check on the blending process. Because, like, I think I looked at it once, and then I was like, yep, got it. Let's go. That's... wow. Because there's so many drinks that you have to know. And so, like, with the holiday, we had a bunch of drinks drop, and we immediately had to know how to make them because people immediately started ordering them. They do not train us properly. Like, they don't do, like, a refresher course or anything. They're just like, hey, guys, it's dropping. Like, 2 days before, we're like, oh, where's the iPad? We got to learn where it is. We got to learn all the recipes immediately because they don't set us up for success all the time. The only parts of my job that actually set me up for success are my coworkers because I am fully supported by them. They're amazing. I love my coworkers. I just work with the girls and gays, and sometimes they're both, which is awesome. I'm just going to take this order real quick. Falsa! Hi! How are you? Medium. Nope, that's not perfect. It needs to be perfect. It's on the perfect line, but sometimes it doesn't show you, even though it is perfect, but it's fine. It's going to give us 100% when we're at the thing, so it's going to be great. We got the closer, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. I'll just leave that there. Ooh! Extra points! Whipped cream. And then chocolate. And then, boop. Schoolwork. Taking the day off from work. You need to rest. Make sure you don't burn yourself out. It's very important. You have no sick days? That sucks. I don't have any sick time yet. I don't think. No, I think you get it at 6 months, which is ridiculous, but whatever. So whenever I call out, I just call out. No sick time. Don't get paid for it. But they're just like, if you're sick, don't come in because we handle food, obviously. They will immediately send you home if they think you're sick. And they're like, get out of here. Because obviously Starbucks doesn't want to get sued or anything. But it's also kind of nice because if you're sick, they'd be like, okay, stay home, get better, we'll figure it out. So it's nice. Sick days always baffled me. I'm just like, you can't control how often you get sick or not. Ugh, 90-day probation. That's crazy. Just like you can't... How do you expect someone to not get sick for 90 days? Especially in winter. It's winter time. It's literally flu season. Like... I think I'm having allergies, but who knows? I'm gonna fail this. I picked that because I thought the strawberry fit her better. Wow. No one ever gets 3 and 3. For the last toppings. Yeah, that company sucks. They don't give you sick days. She seems like a blueberry gal. She's wearing a sports outfit. Of course she gets blueberries. I don't actually know what these people get. I'm just like, you look like you get... I can't even see that. It's a holiday? How was I supposed to know it was a holiday? We have to dress up for the holiday. And she has to be dressed up for the holiday too. Wait, did I change her pants? Okay, I did. They have to be holiday decked out. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it was a holiday. Nobody told me. Or maybe they did. I actually don't want to change that. I want to... Oh, but it doesn't match now. So maybe I should make it blue. Oh, that one hurts me. Make it a lighter blue? Yeah. Oh, that actually looks really good there. Maybe I'll make this one darker. I don't know why, but the trimming, if it's too dark, it just hurts. But it being darker over here is fine. Maybe I should make it white. No, that's too much. Okay, I guess I'll just leave it like that. It's more like played up. Yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't... Oh, it just started. So I accidentally found out. Sweet. I think you get extra tips if you're more decked out for the holiday, so... Like on Thanksgiving, I was working Thanksgiving because I had friends giving on a different day and I don't have family here. Besides Blue and Gihan, but it was obviously they're at Friendsgiving. Duh. So I was working on Thanksgiving and someone tipped us $100 bill. But it kind of sucks because on Thanksgiving, it's still split for the whole week like normal. And I wish holidays were blocked off for the holiday day. Because Christmas is, but my store is closed on Christmas because we didn't have enough people sign up to work on Christmas. Because it's via signups. I'm probably going to ask my boss if they can contact another one of our locations and that'll be open on Christmas and see if I can work there on Christmas. Because I want to get that time and a half. And I want to get that like blocked off tip day. Because that's just going to have the money rolling in then. So I've got to see if another location will need people to make it easier. Oh, I messed it up! It's fine, I don't care. I don't want it to be perfect anyway. So I need to try to see if I can get it. I mean, it was still a good tip week. I just wish it was blocked off for the holiday. I can't believe I'm playing a drink game and I work at a drink place. Nah. I gotta not think about that though. I'm gonna hurt my head if I think about that for too long. Like, I literally worked today and I guess I didn't get enough of the drink making. It's not espresso though, so it's different. My favorite part is actually the... Oh, fuck. That one's so bad. I'm just gonna remake that. Cause that was just so bad. I can't give that to her. Okay, I guess we're doing number 2 first. Great. Everything is going downhill because I don't have any coworkers. This is Papa's fault. He didn't give me any coworkers. He's like, you got this. I don't got this, Papa. I don't know what I'm doing. You didn't train me. I'm just kind of doing my best. Hi, how are you, Johnny? Doing my best. I don't think we're open to actual holidays. Holiday for the day after? Cannot call out on sick time. I feel like days that you cannot call out on is ridiculous. Like, you have a day where I'm not allowed to die. I'm gonna die anyway, sorry. Like, I get it for like consequences and whatnot, blah 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 blah. But like, come on. You really think I can control when I get sick or not? Alright, so this one's the one with the blue. I wish you could change if you had them in line. I wish you could change which one you are working on. Because you can do that IRL, so why can't I do that in the game? Now this would have been a good day to serve the first one last. Oh well. Not that blue, different blue. You're gonna have to wait because I gotta get this drink out. Okay, we suffered a little bit for the waiting time. I don't know if it was... Oh my gosh! Everything's getting overblended. Fuck you. Oh my gosh. You see, in real life, the blender just stops when it's done blending, okay? And you don't have different blending options. This is so annoying. I don't have a blending alarm. What am I supposed to do? Look, I once got complimented, and this is a big compliment, because we had a guy who came to work on one of our espresso machines because it wasn't pulling the shots. Shit, I inhaled too much air. I gasped a little bit too close to the sun there. Anyway, he was working on one of our machines because it wasn't pulling shots. Like, at all. It just wasn't doing the thing. Why can't I get this good? There we go. And then obviously afterwards we're like, hey, you want a free drink? Because that's just what you do at Starbucks. You even get a free drink if you interview with us, so. There's that. And he was like, hey, don't worry. I know you guys got a lot of other drinks, because we did. We were really busy. So you can take my time with it. Or he wasn't getting it afterwards. He like ordered it at the beginning. And because he also knew that we were a bar down. So, because we usually have 2 espresso bars, but one of them was broken. And then I finally had time to make his drink. And I was like, I'm going to make this. It's going to be good. And I was still like super self-conscious about my drink. So I made sure that it was really good and all that stuff, or at least I think so. And then I was just like, okay, this is perfect. And like, I'm staring at it as I'm like making this drink. And I'm like, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. It was like our brown sugar shake and espresso. That's one of our most popular drinks. And then I make it, I hand it off to him. It's perfect. It's wonderful. Everything's amazing. And then later, as I'm leaving for the day, like it was like 2 hours later or an hour later or something. I don't know. He was like, I just want you to know that I've been to a lot of Starbucks. And I was like, uh-huh. And yours is the best drink I've had. And I get the same drink every time. I'm like, yes. And I'm like, new. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. So I know how to make drinks, just not in video games, apparently. I'm just bad at video games. I'm just bad at video games. Yeah, we got the ribbon. We're gonna get extra tips. Woo! Well, my drink's empty. That's sad. I wanted more chai, but you know, I got a big one anyway. So I'm just not a gamer for Papa's games, but I am a gamer when it comes to like Hollow Knight. I got the speedrunner achievement. All right, I got this. Got them all. I am a gamer, actually. I don't know how to make drinks in the video game, apparently. I can't make virtual drinks because I'm too used to doing it IRL, apparently. Look at that. I shot all of them and I only needed to hit 10. Damn, I'm good at that. That's crazy. I'm good at this game. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. Did y'all see that? Dang. I'm just that good. I'm just that good, chat. I'm just that good. Looking at this, if it's with a mouse, actually, maybe I should do that with a mouse because I'm not really good. I never was good at like FPS games when I was using a controller, so maybe I should try them with my mouse, apparently. I got a ribbon! Woo! I like her outfit. I'd wear that IRL. If it was pink, it would be even better, but you know. Valo? Oh, Valorant? I've never played that. I'm not really interested in that because I don't love how people treat each other in those games. I'll play like shooter games with friends if it's like a zombie game, and that'll be fun. Where you're working together or just friends. Even if I'm going against friends, I'll do it if it's just friends. I just don't love how people treat each other in those games. And also, I'm a woman, so I'm gonna get treated worse. Which, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. We're just not there yet. Though there is this new trend going around, hashtag women in men's fields, where women are they're taking basically the weaponized incompetence that some men will do and are like throwing it back in their faces and like pissing guys off, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of neat. I know it's all like a joke because a lot of times they're just like pretending and like joking on TikTok where they're just like, tee he got the kids in the car, says he's ready, so I'm gonna just take a quick shower. Oh, she has a special! Give it to me. Give me the special. But I should try a shooter game by using my mouse, because I've never tried that. I've always used controller, and I was never really good at it. But maybe it was just because I was using controller. Because different people, I'm better at certain games with different controls. So, like, Hollow Knight, I definitely would not be as good if I tried to use my keyboard and mouse. It wouldn't work. But with a controller, I'm good. So maybe whenever I'm bad at a game, I should just switch controller types. And then obviously, I'll become a god. I'll become a god gamer. That is a horrible concoction. Some people have drinks, and I'm just like, I don't know how your stomach can handle that, because we get some weird ass modifications sometimes, and we got some people who are regulars, and we're just like, ugh, and they'll make a drink, and they do the same drink every time with the modifications, and I'm just like, how are you not absolutely revolted by this? Because some people, they just go crazy with the sweetness, and I'm just like, how I don't even understand it. It's just disgusting sometimes. We do judge you. It's funny because sometimes people will be like, oh, it's a really complicated order, and then like I'm bracing for it, and then they'll have like two things that are different about it, and I'm like, girl, because it's usually the girls that apologize, and I'm like, that's not complicated at all, because there are people who have like 7 modifications. 2 modifications is not a lot. Sadly filled, yeah. Honestly, I just want to do shooting games with friends. I think that's all I'll do. Oh, sweet. I got enough for the... Okay, that's still going. We'll do whip. And then we'll do bloobs. And then we'll do... Ooh, I didn't mean to grab that. I don't think I should be allowed to grab that while I am doing stuff. Get it. I'll answer the phone after I get my special! I got a new special! Alright, now I can answer the phone. But then I need to check the blending. I'm glad that you were able to take a break, Falsa. Make sure you don't burn yourself out, bud. Because if you don't give yourself a break, your body will force you to have one. I wish you luck with your school stuffs. I should have checked the blending before I took the phone call. It's fine. Olivia can deal with the slight 20%. Fuck you. I made it easier for you to drink. It was obviously on purpose. Yeah, try to get some good rest because otherwise your body's going to shut down and that's worse. Was it just these two? Good luck with your school stuff, Falsa. Hopefully it's easier than what you're expecting and you can get it done quick and then you can take a nap. Or 2. Or just sleep for 12 hours, because sometimes people need that. I once slept for 23 hours, but that was in the height of my depression, so... I don't know if that counts. There we go. Check on the blending. Thank you for the lurks. I love her outfit. I'd wear that too. Oh my gosh, I want that outfit. Not a pop-up pizzeria giving me outfit ideas for IRL. Oh my gosh. The pink whipped cream must be like strawberry, right? It doesn't say it's strawberry though. It's just pink. It could just be food coloring. Oh, he has 2 sprinkles. There's 2 different types of sprinkles. So we'll do a banana. I wonder if I can pause the game, look at people, and then see their orders. I can. No. Because there was a sticker thing for like having someone's order ready when they arrive. Oh, sweet. I got the sticker, so that means I can now actually go shopping in the shop. Ooh, Chili Works! There we go. That makes no sense to me, but you know what? It is what it is. Oh, those are pretty shoes. I'd wear those. Though I'm more into bright cut. What? Okay, work backwards, work backwards. There we go. I'm good at this game. This is a little bit crazy. I don't know why it's Chili Works. Chili, because that's like crazy way to have chili. Oh, that one was easier than I thought it was going to be. There were a lot of different pieces I could move, but it wasn't too bad. Alright, we'll do that. It's still the holiday, so I want to keep it on that. Let's change to this. So it's going to be chocolate, white, chocolate, Oreo. I don't need a parade. I want to go to the shop. I want to do... You know, we're struggling. We're struggling with the alarm. So I'm going to get that. Oh, I actually have a lot of money, so I can get the auto ice creamer. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, the alarms, I think I'll go for those next. We got this. It's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I already knew that. I'm already wearing clothing that matches the holiday. Am I not? Yeah, I am. I am, so I don't know why it reminded me, because I was already doing the thing. I guess today's the actual holiday day, so that's why it told me. Look at that! We got an alarm, everybody! Woo! We got an alarm. How nice is that? Prep all of them, because that's the only option people have right now. We're just ready. We're ready for it. Look at that. We're so set. We're so ready. We're gonna take on the world, and it's gonna be awesome. We got this. It's gonna be amazing. Gonna be fantastic. I guess we just wait. Oh, I'll get that going. Okay, we have a second, so let's get the whip on. Go in a circle, grab this order. Don't tap your foot at me. Did you guys see that? He was tapping his foot at me, and he barely waited like 3 seconds. That's what it's like working with the public sometimes. They are just so impatient. It's absolutely insane. I didn't set up that alarm. Take it off, set up the alarm. You keep moving forward, trudging on. And then we'll go for sprinkles. Yes! We're doing good. We're getting better. We're evolving. Oh, did I not change it from the brownie? I thought I did change it from the brownie. Okay, I'll have to change it. Let me just see how close that is. Okay, it's not close. I thought I changed the special, but maybe I didn't hit save. Didn't even register. I was just going with it. Wait, does it get white? No, it gets strawberry. I was like, the other one that I looked at and studied for a minute does, though. So it threw me off. Why? Okay, we didn't actually show them the mess, so they took the mess off for the person at the table. So that's nice. And I'm making a mess. That's just how it goes. I promise you guys, if we miss a little bit and it spills over the cup, it doesn't change the flavor, and you shouldn't be judging me that hard. Literally today, I was in Drive and I was going to grab a cup. I knocked it over. A little bit of it spilled out. Luckily, it wasn't a whipped drink. I grabbed it quickly enough because it was just like a teeny tiny amount. They didn't know. They didn't know I almost threw their drink everywhere. They couldn't taste the difference. The minuscule difference of it almost being completely thrown on the ground and me catching it. They didn't know any better. They didn't know any different. And it was fine. And everyone was happy, except for me, whose heart was going, ha! Because I almost spilt the drink and we get timed on our window drive-through times. It was fine. Everything was awesome. No one knew. It's Oreo. Nobody knew. Except for the person who was helping me out window. I mean, but no one else knew. It was fine. They didn't like say, oh, this isn't perfect. I'm going to tip you slightly less. Because you tip before. You tip before you get your food. Because you do it when you're paid. That's how it works. But this game is bullying me. But you know, it's whatever. This is a video game. Just a video game. Look at me go. Look at me. I'm such a pro. I'm such a pro. Look at me go, chat. We got this. This is awesome. Everything's amazing. I think I'll stream on Christmas because I don't work on Christmas unless I can pick up a shift at a different store. Because one of the cool things about Starbucks is that it's standardized training, so you can help out at other stores if needed. I actually did get to work at a different store earlier this week because they had like 2 people call out, and it was going to be like during peak, and they're like, please, 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 are you able to spare someone? And so I went over and I helped them, and they actually had 3 people call out because someone called out while I was on my way over there. Anyway, I was able to help them. It was great. It was kind of like being in a parallel universe because everything was generally the same except some things were in a different spot. But like I still knew how to do everything because it's standardized training and I was able to help them. It was great. So I'm hoping that I can just work at that same store because that's the next closest one to me for Christmas and get that extra pay. Look at that. This is such a perfect little drink. It's beautiful. I perfectly placed everything in it. If that is not 100%, I don't know what is. What? How is that not 100%? You are blind, Corey. Blind. Whatever. Whatever. They're blind. Whatever. Baba's Raceway. That's me honking, by the way. I can honk. Don't block me in! Bullies! Bullies! She's such a bully. Look at her stealing everything. Okay, I was able to get the boost. I missed that last time. Okay, I'm catching up. No! She bullied me. I get like sandwiched in between them and I can't do anything about it. That's so annoying. Stop it! Oh, I'm falling behind now. This is so frustrating. Okay, he's hitting obstacles, but so am I. Ah! That's so annoying. I keep getting sandwiched and stuff, and it's just hard. Why is this mini game so hard? Ah! I just need them to hit obstacles and die. I need them to die. No, he blocked me! Ah! So annoying. I thought I was blocking him. I don't even know how to tell if I'm in the way of some obstacles or not. This is frustrating. I don't like this minigame. This is the worst minigame ever. Worst minigame ever. I'm gonna... Should I get a booster? No, I should get these. I think the next one is gonna be chunky, if I remember right. And so I'll get the alarms and I'll get them ready. I don't know when they introduce them. He wants a large. Ugh. Bro, you do not need a large. You're at a pizza place. You know how unhealthy this stuff is for you. Today, okay, I guess I shouldn't be too specific. At work, though, someone dropped basically $200 on gift cards. And I'm like, I wish I could do that. That sounds awesome to have that much money that you can just casually throw around like that. I should get the boosters. You have to buy them individually for each one, though. And the other one is for, like, all of them. So getting the alarms for all of them is kind of better. Why does it say call it? Oh, because it's called Papa's Freezeria. Whatever. The discrepancy against the economic status of those who work at Starbucks versus those who go to Starbucks is insane. It's always like the more wealthy people. There are some like middle class, sometimes lower middle class or middle class, but most of the time it's like upper middle class, and it's just like, or retired people, because they got Social Security, and we're not gonna have that because it's gonna run out because we're not paying it for us, we're paying it for the now, which is, I forgot to change the special. You know what? No, I'm gonna restart the day. How do I do that? I don't want to quit. I just want to restart the day. Am I not allowed to do that? Okay, that's annoying. I have ADHD. It's not very ADHD friendly. I don't want to quit to the menu though. There we go. And then we get this one. And this one. And then this one. I'm so used to being able to control when something comes out and versus not. Ugh, whatever. It's not perfect, but whatever. Whatever. It was good enough, and I messed it up. I had legit messed that up, and he thought it was good enough. So I don't know why that other girl was just like, haha, no. Even though it literally quite looked perfect. You know, there was one time we had someone come into the drive-thru 5 minutes before close, which is annoying, but yeah, whatever. And then I'm like, hey, what can I get you? And they're like, oh, we just need a minute. And I'm like, you don't have a minute. I didn't say it like that. But I was like, okay, just, we close in like 5 minutes. So you got to get your order in before then. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she started giving me her order. So you didn't need a minute. You were just being annoying. Because you already knew what you wanted. You wanted to pretend you were going to get something different from what you usually get. But we all know that most people just get the same thing over and over again because we like what we like, and we like consistency, and trying new things is scary. And so don't even try to kid yourself that you're going to get something else, because you're not. And you're here 5 minutes before close, and we're trying to close down and clean everything up. But yeah, I don't usually close, but it's really annoying when people do that. I will judge you. We judge you. Also, I recently got back into therapy. Not because of my job, though. I've always worked with the public, and I feel like I've progressively gone down, like, the stress level of working with the public, of, like, how stressful my job is. Because originally, I worked at a family law firm, and so that's, like, divorces and stuff. And so you kind of need a lawyer if things are messy. And I answered phones, so I got to talk to so many people, and there was multiple times people were crying when they called you, because that's what it is. And then I was working at Walmart and at the service desk. You know how that is. People are stupid. They hate you. What do you mean I need my receipt? You need your receipt because it's a food item. People buy food items with food stamps because otherwise it's only available for exact exchange. It's not my fault you lost your receipt. That happened to me more than once. Oh, so annoying. And now I'm working at Starbucks, so I'm progressively going into less stressful jobs, customer service wise. And now I'm trying to get into a job that is work from home, photo editing. So I'm not even going to be working with the public. The photographer is going to be sending me the pictures. Then I edit them, and then I send it back, and I don't even have to talk to anyone. So I've just progressively become less involved with people work wise. I love it. Deltura! Do you see the new redeems? You should try it. Nothing bad will happen. I promise. We got an AI. Little Budling in the bottom corner there. Aren't they just so adorable and cute? You just want them to notice you. Try it, Deltura. Try it. Try it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, you bonked me? The audacity. How rude. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask Budling what they think of that. Deltura bonked Sylvia. What do you think about that? Actually, I want to make sure you hear this. I'm gonna pause my music. I'm gonna pause the music. You'll do it again. Hang on, she's thinking. She's thinking about the response. She's flabbergasted. She's absolutely She needs to wake up. She's flabbergasted. Hang on. Come on, Budling. Come on. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Please work. She was working earlier. You broke it. You broke it, Deltura. How dare you? Oh, wait. No, there it goes. It's going. Speak. Speak.
Oh no, not that stinky bully.
Haha.
Deltura better watch out for the flower power. Blossom
Yeah.
collision.
What collision? Blossom collision? She's gonna punch you with her flower petals because she's a flower spirit. Eventually, Eventually, Deltura, everyone's gonna have an AI that bullies you. Every single stream you go to will just have an AI that just makes fun of you. You'll have nowhere to hide. And you're so... No, you're not! You bonked me! You bruised me when you visited! Got bonked. You're a liar and a scoundrel. I dare you to say hi to Budling and see what happens. I dare you! I didn't make them as mean as Duke, but they will bully you. I dare you to even try. Oh, I leveled up. Pew, pew, pew. I'm so good at this game. Look at me go. Pew, pew, pew. Look at that. Ooh, that's actually a really cool looking jacket. I wouldn't wear it IRL. It doesn't really fit my aesthetic, but I would think someone who is wearing it is pretty neat. Shit. Okay, I missed one, but that's pretty good considering all the other shots I haven't missed. Hi, Nariko. Yeah, everything is pink in my apartment, literally. You can't escape it. It's crazy. Everything is pink. Ooh. Holiday outfit. Wear a shirt, belt, jacket, pants, hat, and shoes to match the current. I got an achievement. Oh my gosh, I got an achievement, guys. That's crazy. Thank you for the hat pats. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted by my achievement. It was very exciting. I didn't even know that was achievement. That's crazy. Actually, I'll get the last alarm. That way it's like all congruent. I don't know if that's the right word. I think it is, though. I'm glad to be back streaming. I was just so busy and I kept meaning to stream, but then I just didn't have the time or energy for it. It was crazy. I was just too eepy all the time, constantly. And so now I'm back and it's better and I'm excited. And I caught up. On the bright side, I caught up on my missing VODs. I don't know how many of y'all are subscribed to my YouTube where I upload all my VODs. I actually have 2 YouTubes. One is just for VODs and the other one is for other stuff that I do. So there's 2 of those. But I finally caught up on uploading my VODs. I think I might have missed downloading one of my VODs from Twitch, and I think I lost one of my Baldur's Gate VODs, though. I really hope not. I hope I'm overthinking, but I might have, which is a little bit scary to think about. Because I've been so good since I started streaming. Like, the first day I streamed, I also downloaded VOD, so I have my VODs all the way back to streaming. But I just kind of fell off on it. I got lazy, and I got bad at it, so I really hope I didn't lose it, but I think I might have. But I hope not. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I should definitely get the Speedy Uppies next. I forgot to change the special. Again! Again, I forgot to change the special. You know, it is what it is. One day I'll remember. Probably not. They just want normal whipped cream. I can't imagine having different types of whipped cream at Starbucks. I hope they never do that. We make our whipped cream in-house, so probably not. And that would be too many things to keep track of. We already do so much, it's crazy. But I do not ever want to do that. That'll just be too much. I'm hoping that the whole editing thing will pan out and I'll get paid. I always underestimate how much money I get for everything because that's how you stay afloat. And so I'm hoping that it'll all be good. Too much sugar? Yeah. You need coffee, not a heart. We do have just like plain coffee. A lot of people just get like black coffee. So that is a thing that a lot of people get. S'mores. Like they won't even get any cream or sugar. So a lot of people do that. And then we also have food. Why am I advertising for Starbucks right now? Don't fucking go to Starbucks. Leave us alone. Just leave us alone. We're good. It's overpriced anyway. I don't know if y'all know this, but Starbucks stopped charging for milk alternatives. They were originally charging you like 60 to 80 cents if you picked an alternative milk that didn't default come in the drink. And that was only because I don't know what the group name is. I forget. The official legal disabilities thingamabob said that lactose intolerance is an actual disability and that it was disabledist to charge for alternative milks, and so they were no longer legally allowed to do that, and that's why they stopped charging for it. But I don't know if y'all, the prices is probably gonna go up because of it, because they suck. Our drinks are way overpriced for what you're actually getting. It's insane. What you're actually getting is, oh my gosh, it's crazy. There are people who get like 3 drinks and it's immediately like $20 and I'm like, that is stupid. I'm always baffled. The prices are stupid. Overcharging for everything. The only reason why I even drink Starbucks is because I get free drinks for like my shifts working there. So that's the only reason why I actually consume those drinks, is because I get them for free. There's no way I would. Oh my gosh. Also, I always get like the really simple drinks too, because some of those drinks, they're just like, how am I not dead? It's a little bit insane. And then there are some people who customize it. I'm like, are you trying to stop your heart with sugar? It's insane. So I usually get a chai, which is literally just chai concentrate. And then I get it with oat milk because I am actually lactose intolerant. But also it tastes better. I think it tastes better than 2% anyway. But whatever. And then that's it. And then there's some people who are like, yeah, I want to get a mocha frappuccino, but let's do double the mocha pumps. Also add the Java chips, add this, add that. And I'm like, bleh. I'm just like, how are you even consuming this? It doesn't make any sense to me. I will say our food's pretty good, though. Some of it. Though I don't know if that's just personal preference. Because sometimes we'll accidentally make extra drinks because... Or extra food. Because, fun fact, everyone in the store has a headset. We can all hear you. The person making food has a headset and can hear you ordering. The person making drinks has a headset and can hear you ordering. So it's not just the person you're talking to that is taking the order. So as soon as you say a drink, we start making it. As soon as you say a food, we start making it. So sometimes we'll start making food and they'll be like, actually, you know what? Never mind. I want this instead. But we've obviously already thrown it in the oven. So we can still offer it to them. But people will sometimes say no. For like free because we're like, it's already cooked. Unless one of us claims it. They'll be like, hey, save that for me because it's already cooked. And so I've got to try the Impossible sandwich. Not too bad for a vegetarian sandwich. Obviously, I still like the sausage cheddar sandwich that's not vegetarian better. Because I'm not... What? How does that not fit? I'm not a vegetarian. There's no way I would... I eat more meat than I eat vegetables. It just wouldn't work. I would die. There we go. Autumn tree. I got new clothes? But no, it's still holiday, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to change this. Perfect. I will go with the chocolate creamio. So it's chocolate, white, sprinkled, chocolate. Okay, so it's chocolate, white, chocolate, Oreo. Tree. What about the shop? What can I get in the shop? I have over 100. Let's do a booster. Perfect. Ooh, she's pretty. Ooh, we got all the Starlight Jubilee toppings. Her outfit's interesting. Wouldn't really wear it. Don't love the stripes, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, we got a new special. We got a new special. Because I clicked it this... What?! I clicked it! You guys saw me click it! I didn't click it. Well, now it's super clicked. It's double extra ultra clipped. There. When I first got this game, I played it a little bit, so I do have a separate one on it that I've already used to play a little bit, but it's been a while. I haven't played it since I think I started working at Starbucks. So it's been a while. It's been a long while. Woo! Here, let's get the next one going. Oh, also, if you order stuff at the window, because, like, there's the ordering box and then there's the window. If you be like, oh, I forgot something. Like, I get it. People forget stuff. But come on. It is so annoying because we get timed on our window times. But, like, we obviously, it's about customer connection. So we're like, yeah, that's fine. And we're not allowed to tell you to pull around either because we don't have, like, a specific spot for it. So we're not allowed to have you do that. So you just have to sit there while we wait to get the other thing that you forgot to order. Guys, look at the screen. Look at the screen. You guys can see the screen when we're ordering. Because I sometimes I'll be like, okay, bye. Because I've handed off their stuff. They're like, what about that? And I was like, oh, that wasn't on your order. They're like, we said it. And I'm like, did you not look at the screen? Did you not see that it was not on? Was it not cheaper than you were expecting? Anyway, that actually happened today, and it was annoying. Because, like, I've even verbally, actually, this specific people, I was like, you have this, and this. They're like, yep. And I was like, okay, total. And then they paid for it, and then I handed them their stuff, and they're like, what about our whatchamabob? And I was like, I didn't charge you for it. It's not in our system. They're like, okay, well, can we just get it now? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because you guys are dumbasses, and you didn't listen. You don't listen. That was annoying because we were bad on time because we were swamped. Like, our cafe was full and our drive-thru was full. And I'm just like, well, they didn't even ask if they needed to pull over. They're just like, okay, we'll wait. I was just like, it's only the younger people that are like, oh, I'm in the way. I'm so sorry. And it's the older people, the boomers, that are like, I don't give a fuck. You guys have to wait on me. I'm just like, I don't like you. You're annoying. The boomers are the most annoying. They're so annoying. That's actually the only, oh my gosh. There was one person, I think she was like 40. So she's probably going through, I don't know when menopause happens. I don't know, 40, 50. She was the only, like, she was mean to me my first day on window. So I just don't like her now. Because I was like, oh yeah, because I was having problems with the computer because I was new. And I told her that. And then I'm like, I'm figuring stuff out. And then I made a mistake. And she was like, ugh. Like, she made the sound. She was like, ugh. Like, she made it. And I'm, like, standing there. And I'm, like, trying not to, like, cry and freak out while someone's helping me. Because she's just being mean. And then, like, I figured out the payment thing. Because I was just struggling. And then there was, like, the drink wasn't made exactly how she wanted. And she's like, really? I'm like, why are you being mean to me? I'm not the one who made your drink. We can fix it. It was like a macchiato, and she wanted it upside down. For those of you who don't know, most of our latte drinks... So a latte is you get the espresso shot, and then the milk is on top of it. But a macchiato is the milk, and then the espresso shot's on top of it. But she wanted it upside down, which would be like a latte. Just say you want a fucking latte. Anyway. It's whatever. And... Well, it depends on what drink it was. What drink was it, Deltura? Because sometimes it's a quick drink, but if it's an espresso drink, we're just like, it's going to take a while for the shots to boil, and then we get annoyed. And we're like, really? Really? Flip it like a blizzard? I never even worked there. But I could just be like, oh, sorry, I used to work at Dairy Queen. Be like, But also, we're timed on our window times, so it makes it a little bit tough. It makes it a little bit annoying. Because we got a timer going. But since then, I guess, I don't know if she could tell that because I always try to be really friendly, ADHD'd up with people. And so I, like, even though I don't really like her, she's a regular. This person who was mean to me is a regular. And so I always try to be really nice to her because that's just what you do. And so she, like, the second time she was like, oh, you could kind of see it on her face that, like, oh, she got me, the person who messed up, like, who messed up several times, even though I only really messed up once, and then it was not my fault and all that stuff for the drink part. But, like, you could tell, like, the next 2 or 3 times, because when you're new, they put you on window a lot because you're not used to a bar yet, and so you can't make the drinks super quickly, and so they only want you to be there when it's slow. And she was a regular who would come regularly at a time when we were super busy, because it was always the morning part, the busy part. It was just always that busy time. And so she would often see me. And eventually, she stopped being annoyed when she saw me because, I mean, it was just the first day, first day new jitters. And I was actually got really, got comfortable. And so I was no longer worrying. I didn't make any more mistakes. And so she started being nice to me. And I'm like, yeah, but I already know that you're rude to people when they make mistakes. Even though I told her, I kept telling her, like, I'm so sorry, I'm new, I'm so sorry. And she was like, yeah. Like, I told her that, like, the first time I told her, she's like, Like, and now, thinking back on it, her being a regular, like, she hadn't seen me before. Did she think I was lying when I said I was new, when she clearly hadn't seen me before? Anyway, she stopped being rude to me, but I still remember her being rude to me, so I'm just like, I don't like you, but I'll be nice to you because I have to. But I still remember it. And then recently, she came to the drive-thru, and I have a customer service voice where I'm like, "Hi, welcome to Starbucks." Or no, it's more high-pitched. It's more high-pitched that I do. It's like you're talking to a child or a dog. Because that's what the public's like. And then we were just talking because our drink was taking a second, and I like switched back to my regular voice because I didn't care because I don't really care. She's like, I really like your regular voice more than your customer service voice, and I was like, huh, which is a compliment because she likes my regular voice, but still. Why do I have 5 tickets? Wait, what? There we go. But if you're nice to us, there's this one regular. He's great. We love him. Everyone gets so excited when he comes up because he's just nice to us. He's just a good person, and we get so excited, and everyone always makes his drink carefully, and like, even if you're not like on the drive-thru window, people will come to see him at the drive-thru window because we're like, hey, I want to talk to him because he's nice. So if you're nicer, and you're always be nice to people, especially if you're a regular, because we remember. Just be nice to people in general, and we'll make your stuff with more care. Oh no, that's the wrong way. Okay, this way. Wait, what? I guess I go this way? Do I go left? Yeah. Wait. Uh-oh. How do I get there? I think I messed up. Okay, so now I'm down here. So if I go right, up, left. Oh, I see it. I see it. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's pretty. Oh, new poster. Sorry, ranting about that. It was a big old rant I had. She was mean to me. I don't like the glasses. I don't want to wear the glasses. Oh, I need 250 for that? Oh, that's 100? I don't want a customer coupon. Why would I give a coupon to these people? Alright. But yeah, we remember. Just be nice to your customer service people. Please. I know you're having a bad day, but don't take it out on us. You don't have to be nice to us, just don't be mean. That's all I ask. Don't have to be nice, but don't be mean. I'm pretty sure that's not too much to ask for. I'm just asking for basic human decency. It's Oreo and chocolate. Big ol' rant. I'm excited for when I can just do photo editing and no longer have to work at Starbucks. Because once I get good at it, I can start working with multiple photographers. And then I can actually do stuff with it. And then I won't have to deal with the public. And then if they're mean to me, I can be like, peace. I'm not going to edit your photographs anymore. Get fucked. You know? I mean, we're allowed to deny service to people who are like... Because people get pissed. Some people get... It's, you know, it's really funny. This has only happened twice, and it was both with, like, you know, I'm not going to say it, because if I say who it's with, they'll be like, oh, you're being sexist, whatever. Anyway, I didn't look at that. Recently, our pecan, we took it off for the season. Like, we ran out, and our boss just decided, oh, we're done with it for this season. But, like, other Starbucks locations still have it, whatever. Because, like, I don't know, not enough people got it or whatever. Anyway, this one guy, he was like, then take it off the fucking menu. Like, he got mad because it was still on our drive-thru menu. And our shift lead for that time told him to get out of the drive-thru because obviously you can't cuss at us. Go to McDonald's. Don't go to McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's for 2 weeks because I was out of a job for 3 months and I was desperate. But then I got hired at Starbucks, so I quit. They don't clean anything. Don't get your food from McDonald's. Though I worked at a 24-hour one, but I don't know if that one makes it worse. But, like, they don't properly clean stuff. And that's terrifying. Don't do it. Never get, like, one of the ice cream things from McDonald's. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't. Oh, I got a perfect drink. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I got a perfect drink. Oh, that's so exciting. Was that a closer? No, it's not a closer. Am I just ahead of the curb? You worked at a Swiss? Oh. Oh, sorry. You see, I'm a basic American. I just automatically assume that you're in America unless I'm told otherwise. And then I forget anyway because I'm an American. Obviously, the world is only Americans. I just don't think. I'm a bad thinker. Actually, I'm curious as to what they will do. I'm actually really curious as to what Buddling will do because I programmed them to not like you. I literally put you're their nemesis. That's what I put in the programming. That you're their nemesis. So they should hate you. They're thinking. They're trying to find something to say. They were taking a nap. I wonder what they're gonna say. Haha! I read what they were saying before they said it.
Oh, Deltora, the stinky bully? No way. You don't deserve praise, just confusion. Blossom face with rolling eyes.
Rolling eyes! She rolled her eyes at you! Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, I should hydrate. I'll take a sip. Thank you. Thank you. I can't believe they rolled their eyes at you. That's hilarious. Deltaro will never get praise. Not unless he makes his own AI bot. But Deltaro doesn't stream, so he'll never get praise. Go faster! Faster! Alright, here we go. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. There we go. Wonderful. Amazing. Eventually I'll have enough clothes so I can have them in different clothes for the same holiday. But I just don't right now, so we're just gonna be matching. Customer cravings, let's do it. Oh shit. No, I got it wrong. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. This is a hard one. This game's hard. Wait. No. Actually. Damn it. I second guessed myself. I shouldn't have second guessed myself. Yeah, okay. I remember his being ridiculously, like, sweet. Polka dot pants? I mean, I don't love polka dots. Polka dots is a... Oh, shit. We got 3 options now. Okay. Shit. I don't think... Yeah, I was just like, the marshmallow is really only for that old lady. She always gets it with mint, I think. Oh, wait, that's also Jubilee? How? It's making my holiday spirit go down, though. I do want to be pink, but I don't want to lose the tip bonus from the holiday spirit. There we go. Go to the shop. I want the special board because the more people will buy it, it will be able to get through it more. Let me just make sure the special is... Okay, we still need some stars for it. Whippa? Her name is Whippa? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna pause for a minute because I... Okay, so here's what I did. I got a venti drink, but I asked it for a Trenta cup and light ice, and I got extra milk. So I technically had a Trenta drink, so which is extra large for those of you who don't speak Starbucks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a BRB just real quick. Man, I feel so rusty right now. I feel rusty. All right, we'll be back. Let's go already. I can't wait to see all the sights. Oh, that's right. We're going on an adventure with her. Going on an adventure.
I'm gonna break into people's houses and steal all their shit. Not like that. I don't think we have. I don't think I've missed a spot like that. It's really hard to tell. I think they have like clay and bricks. If it's an archaeology spot. I actually haven't found one of those in Minecraft since the update for him. So that'd be cool. You're fucking kidding me! Can someone clip that? Oh my god, Delta, please someone.
Don't be scared, it's just me.
I just said don't be scared.
There's a turret here, there's a turret here.
Oh! No fucking way! I instantly died! No fucking way! Ah, fuck! Why do you have to teleport right there? Stop teleporting, let me hit you, bitch! Oh, I fell. Oh, there's 2 of them now! That's bullshit! How do I get out of here? Ah! Yes, I got the special!
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Oh my
wiggle,
God!
yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle,
Why would you do this to
wiggle,
me?
wiggle, 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 yeah. Wiggle, 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 yeah, yeah. Do the wiggle, man.
Oh my god, you guys nearly missed the ending. The timing though, the wiggle ended right when the song ended. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. Oh my god, you bully! You bully! You're just a bully! You're just a bully me. How could you do? Okay. Oops! I don't know if that was me or you, but someone clip that, please! Oh my!
You triggered one, and then your body triggered the other.
Oh, there was. I'll go down this way first.
Looks like it goes down.
No, really? The down way goes. Oh shit! It's the balls.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. We're back. We're back. Welcome back. Oh, what? Do I got a bug bite on my knee? I do. That's why it hurt when I touched it. Oh, I forgot to start. I stopped the music when I go BRB because it can be kind of loud. I also got myself a snack. Go. Oh. This is a snack. Okay. Here we go. The holiday gonna change though? Oh wait, no, we're still on the holiday day. I forgot that I paused and I wasn't in between days. Whippa gets marshmallow and vanilla. Okay. Good to know. We go zoom. Zoom. Oh, he wants the chocolate creamy out? Okay. We got this. I'm gonna take another bite of my snack. Because I can. I made sure to grab a snack because I didn't want to crash from being hungry. Because that happens a lot of times when I'm streaming. I'll be like, I'm hungry. And then I'll be like, yeah, I've streamed long enough. I'll just end. But I don't want to do that. It's been a while since I streamed. I want to stream for a while, so I'm getting a snack preemptively. So I don't get the crash of lack of energy. I just gotta keep streaming. And you guys, you can just listen to me eat. Mm-hmm. Oh, special! It's gonna be this. This. I was expecting it to like change on its own for some reason. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh, more people are getting the special because I got the specials board. I had to think for a second. Blueberry. Blueberry. We got this. Oh! No way! I'm so cool. We got it perfect. I'm just built different. I'm just built different, chat. That looks awesome. I'm so fast. I'm faster. Are you kidding me? That one sprinkle took me down 2%? That's stupid. One sprinkle. He's judging me on one sprinkle. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. He's not allowed back at the store. I don't remember who it was, but he's not allowed back. Whoever he was, he's not allowed back. Oh, it's the closer! It's him! We got this. It's gonna be the best thing we ever made. Sorry. I'm talking with my mouth full. I just wanted to make sure the alarm was on. Okay. I wonder what moon tastes like. It's probably a mint, right? But I was fast. I think I, like, went faster than, like, the game usually expects people to go. Because we had, like... We had nothing on the bar. We had nothing in progress when we got that phone call. We were literally finishing up, which is crazy. I'm just that fast. I'm just zooming. I'm just an absolute madman. Now, I'm pretty sure I have Papa's Pizzeria on my wish list. So if you guys like seeing me do this type of stuff, maybe I'll consider getting it and streaming it. Because this is a nice game. I don't really have to think too much. I mean, I am thinking, but Like, I'm just following directions. Autism. The autism likes it. Dear tempting me. Christmas is coming up too. Who would have thought? I also have I have my wish list stuff in order of what I want. But a lot of it is you have to wait for it, like Silk Song. So not all of it, all the stuff on my wish list is even out yet. But it is in order of want. I hit the exact amount I needed. 12, okay. I hit them all. I'm just that good. $11, and there's 12. All right. We got this. I did it. Sorry, I'm focusing when the mini games are playing, not really talking much because I'm just like, I gotta hit them. Okay, I'm just kind of shooting all over the place, but the fact is that I'm winning. I got a machine gun. Pew, pew, pew. Wow, that was a lot. I'm gonna get to all the stars. Oh goodness, I got the exact amount that I needed. That's a lot. Ooh, more bubblegum. Wonder what the holiday is now, though. It's still Starlight? Okay. That lowers my spirit, though. Why is it in the category if it lowers it? Oh, it's a belt. Well, I feel like that would suit dark more. I'm gonna try making them look different without losing points. She'd wear sunglasses. She totally would. Okay, that loses points. Okay. Okay, we're not at the full of it. Oh, that's why I've been having extra tickets. Scooter, they look neat. Drink some more water. Oh, they want a large. I guessed wrong. Of course they would need a large. They're burning all the calories with skateboarding. Of course. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Give them a large. Oh, paw my neck. Quick crack. Neck goes pop. We got this. We go zoom. We go so fast. It's gonna be crazy how fast we're going. Oh, they want the Cremio! They want the Cremio! We got this. I do believe that Papa's Freezeria is the easiest of the Papa's games. What are we doing? I feel like all the other games are more difficult, just from my memory, from what I can kind of vaguely remember about the other games. Because I hadn't really played them since Flash, except for Freezeria, because I have it. But all the other games I haven't played since before Flash went down, which is crazy if you think about. But yeah. That one's almost ready, though. I don't want to take the order when this one's so close to being ready. I don't want to get it over blended. Take your order. Polly? Is it Polly, but with an A? Boop. Boop. There we go. No, it used to be where I'd have to look at the special every step of the way to try to remember. So, like, the building and what they needed. I'll take this real quick. So I can get the other one blending. Strawberry, strawberry. Nice. Okay, very good. I got a fedora. I'm not gonna wear it, but yeah. She knows what she wants. She likes strawberry. And I respect that. I might sneeze. I'm not sure. I muted before I sneezed, and you can tell I sneezed because my model froze up because of the violent movement. I might sneeze again, though. Okay. I think I'm good now. What was I doing? I really hope it's just allergies. I've been fairly sneezy, so. You know, maybe I should actually contact my apartment complex, being like, hey, I think you need to clean the air vents. Because I noticed that it's happening more while I'm at home rather than at work. I don't actually know if they expect that to be my responsibility or not. About air vent filter. Nope, it's not perfect. I should ask my dad if that's like a social expectation of me getting my own new air vent filter, if that's the apartment's responsibility, because I actually don't know. I'm just a little guy in this world, and I don't know what I'm doing. I do my best, but holy, that pencil is big! I can't believe I just noticed that. That's like the size of my face. What? My goodness.
That's crazy. That pencil is huge. My poor nose. Move it over here so I can go zoom. I haven't really used this third or fourth one, so I definitely need to get the booster for the second one so I don't have to move it over like I just did. Oh, also I burned my hand today a little bit. It's not super bad. I got it under cold water right away. So I'm fine. There's not even like a mark or anything, but it hurt when it happened. And I needed to take a moment just mentally because my whole body was like, oh my God, you're burned. And so I like threw it under the sink because there's sinks all over because, you know, Starbucks, whatever, sinks are all over. So I threw it under cold water really quickly. Don't know if that helped, but there's no mark or anything. I mean, there've been times when I burnt myself, got it underwater right away, and there was like a tiny little mark, but I've usually been pretty safe. Yeah, I like how they look slightly different because they are different people. Kind of. I mean, they're different people in this game. Wait. Okay, sorry, that confused me for a second. I almost ran out of time. It has to be that way. There you go. I think working backwards is definitely the way to go, rather than forward. I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure if you go the other way. Wait. No! Oh, I was so close. I just needed like another second. Oh my goodness. I would have been good if I just had one more second. These pipes are unnecessarily complex. What are we doing, Rico? Who provides chili like this? This is insane. There we go. Working backwards. That's what you do. You work backwards. Ooh, a beanie. Oh, but it's so cute. I want to wear it, but then I lose. Ugh. I want to wear the beanie. I like beanies. They're cute. Ooh, black floor. That looks nice. All right. Well, we got that one all starred out. So let's go for this one. Gives us one extra ticket. So it's basically just pink everything. That's insane. Tim! Hi, Tim. I don't actually know him, but it's sometimes just fun to say people's names like that.
Oh, he wants a large. Tim, why would you do this to me? Why would Tim do this to me? I'm just a little guy who prepares mediums. Get in there. Get blending. Go faster. Oh, I forgot to see if I had enough money to get another speedy thingamabob. Oops. At least I remembered to change the special, though. Because I kept forgetting to do that before, so... Oh, he wants... Okay, it's gonna be strawberry lemonade. And then I think all the specials are medium. He just... Oh, he's a simple guy. Tim just wants something super simple. I didn't even realize how simple his order was. Tim is now my favorite character. His order is super simple. And I still fucked it up somehow with a little ball of whipped cream on the side. He won't even notice. It's fine. Unless you put it on the counter for him to see! Oh my god. Unless you do that. Why do you have a sprinkler in your hand? Oh, I guess it's because of the holiday. Don't bring that inside. Oh my gosh, that's a fire hazard. What is wrong with you, Lisa? My gosh. She's trying to burn down my place of work. Crazy. She's a crazy woman. What a crazy lady trying to burn down the store. I don't know what type of shop it is. I can't. Words! You think I know how to do words? I don't know how to do words. Do they want pink sauce too? Yeah, strawberry pomegranate. Okay. Wait, did it want pomegranate sprinkles? Okay, yeah. Sorry, my brain's not braining. And then it gets pink. Red. Pink. Do that. Nice. Got an extra ticket. Oh, you're pretty. I feel like this one's harder to remember for some reason. Not really sure why, though. It just is. I'll get there, though. Alright, we got this. We're consistently getting 100% in everywhere but the building, so I just need to get better at the building. That's all I gotta do now, is get better at the building. And I think I can manage that. It shouldn't be too hard. Again, I am zooming so fast. Okay, we can get this just built. And then we'll have it blending while we finish off the other one. What do I need to do? Toppings. Nevada. Who names their kid after a state? I mean, it's not a bad name. It just feels weird. You wouldn't name your kid Wyoming. Or at least I hope not. Get creative with your kids' names. Make them feel unique and special. Put thought into it. Don't name them after a state. Unless, like, something, I guess, significant happened in the state. I don't know. It just feels weird. Named after a state.
I got so many sprinkles now. That looks like a pretzel. I'm a little bit afraid of anyone who puts pretzels on their, I guess these are milkshakes. These have to be milkshakes. I fear anyone who puts a pretzel in their milkshake. They'll be like, who hurt you? What happened? I have been slacking on writing up my lore. It's what's on my website's currently outdated, and it says it's outdated. It says it's being updated right now, and it will be updated. But it's been saying that for a while because I've been slacking. I've been letting myself get distracted by other things. I'm such a bad streamer. Whee! Skip. Oh, the raceway. Fuck this raceway. How does that hit me? These assholes. You're stealing all the coins. Those coins are for me. All right. I got this. Oh, no. How did I slip? Ah, I can't beat this level. It's so difficult. They immediately start faster than me is what I'm noticing. He's blocking. Oh, you assholes. Can I block him? Oh, I did it. All I have to do is not crash into anything. I just have to not crash into anything and I'll be good. Yes, finally. I finally beat that level. Ooh, that's pretty. Speed boosty. All right, I'm doing good. Maybe I just need to keep my mouse closer to my car so I feel like I have more control. All right, so if I get a boost, even if I crash into the thing, I keep going. That's good to know. All right, now that I've gotten past that level, I think I can do this. Sorry, I really feel the urge to just hit that sometimes. Just like spam. Whee! Okay, yeah, it was just that one level. Okay. I was getting really frustrated because I kept getting... Oh, nice, I got an achievement. Because I kept getting blocked in, and that was really annoying. All the other games, it's all down to my own skill, so it was really annoying. I wish I was driving that bird car. I wish I could change the design of my car. Shit, they're going faster. I missed the coin. I'm missing the coins. They're taking the coins. I can't pass them. No. Okay, that was bad. That was rough. But at least I didn't get boxed in, so that's nice. More clothes? I don't really see anything interesting. The noises it makes, though, it's kind of funny. It goes. It's a funny sound. Okay, I still need that. Oh, the shop. Yeah, I want the second booster. Might as well get the third, and then I'll eventually be able to get the fourth, and I'll have, like, all the upgrades. Oh, it was a new holiday. Hang on, let me change my clothes for the holiday. I need to change my clothes. Let me pause. Pause, game, pause.
All right. Let me fix my eyeball real quick because there's an eyelash stabbing it. As it happens. All right. Close. F. So it wants me to be red. That lowers the holiday because you can't see it as much. Good to know. That makes it more, but I really don't like the hat. I want to wear purple. It's a no belt. And then the server will put all purple stuff on. If I can. Not that hat, though. How did that lower it? It's literally the... No, it's ugly otherwise. Oh, wait, I'm still wearing the coat. Okay, that doesn't change it, so I will change the pants. No, I won't. Ugh, so frustrating. I just want to get the bonus. Maybe I make her wear the hat. Oh, they look so similar, though. I want them to look different. But I need the bonus. Oh, I can change her anytime I want. Interesting. Oh, wait. I didn't fix my stuff. Dark? What about dark? Need to pause. Okay, hang on. Let me just... I need to change the thing, and then I will do soft voice. Drink some water, because I've been sneezing, so my throat is rough. Oh, maybe I'm sick. Should we change the music when I do soft voice? Here, but listen to Cry Wolf while I do soft voice. Alright. So, I need to change some things here. Fluorine. We are just going to change that to not holiday, and then we'll... That looks awful, and I hate it with a burning passion. Let's see if we can fix it with an offset of green. Let's see if there is a wallpaper that'll make it not look as horrible. You know what? That makes it look a little bit better. Very nice. Alright. We got this. Now we're ready to actually start the day. We got a new customer. Is that tiramisu? Do we have a tiramisu flavor now? That's interesting. Very simple order. I love it. Love to see it. We got this. We'll get the next one ready. Don't know if this is the best game for soft voice, just because this is loud. What if I... Hang on, I want to check something real quick with my stickers. How do I look at my stickers? Oh, nope, here it is. So I think I can give someone what their partner is having. Perfect score. Buy items from the shop. Serve all the customers, rare prize, special orders, master recipes, standard mixers, unlocking all of that, serve a chocolate creamy Captain Corey, tropical treat special to Tony. All of these are hidden. Add cloudberries to Nevada Sunday. Serve Roy while wearing Pizzeria polo. Serve Joy in the exact same outfits but with different colors. Oh, okay. No, not quitting. We're just going back. I wonder what would happen if I gave him what that guy usually has. Like, is there a special hidden achievement? So he usually gets blueberry and then strawberry. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what happens. It doesn't need to be perfect. He doesn't have a special card. We can be funny. I could sworn that I've seen that someone playing this game got an achievement because I watch a lot of perfection runs, and I am almost certain I've seen that as an achievement. Ooh, we got it perfect. That's really nice. You love to see it. Oh, she has a special. Okay. So we need to make sure we don't mess up her order. And vanilla. All right, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because we have to look at this. Oh, and it takes me back to this. So it's going to be Cool Whip, strawberry, pomegranate, nuts, cherry. Cool Whip, strawberry, pomegranate, nuts, and a cherry. Do I get a thing? Please give me a thing. I was lied to. The internet lied to me. I feel betrayed. I've been bamboozled. It's been 5 minutes. We're gonna switch back to a normal voice. Where's my playlist? Where's my playlist? I don't want it to start at the beginning. Let's pick a different song for it to start on. This one. Okie dokie. Alright, I'm gonna drink some water. I could have sworn that there was achievement for that, but it's whatevs. It was strawberry, yeah, lemonade. She has a new special for us, so I need to make sure I get that. Maybe I'll buy that coupon, because if I buy a coupon and then I give it to someone, I think they're more likely. Very comforting. Yeah. I think changing the music also helped, because I don't think I ever did that before, where I changed the music with it. So maybe I'll do a soft voice stream sometime. Should I make that a community goal? I've never done a community goal. I was waiting for something to do for it. Maybe just like whole stream soft voice. It's different from Dark's voice. Slightly. It's slightly different. Like, soft voice is just me being a lot more gentle with how I'm speaking, and Dark's voice, I add a little oomph to it. I didn't see. I looked at it, but I didn't see. I don't know if you guys would be interested in a community goal for Soft Voice stream. Or maybe a community goal for Dark Sylvia stream. He wants the exact same thing that I'm making right now. Let's not mix those up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do a community goal for Soft Voice stream or a community goal for Dark Sylvia stream? I think for the Dark Sylvia stream, I would wait until they had the 2D model. Just because I think it's going to be nicer that way. Personally, yes. To which one? Or both? Either one? Alright, I think I'll do the Soft Voice stream first. And I will start that at the beginning. Because I'm going to start positioning, like, getting time set for stream and putting in my calendar. Because I started using my calendar, right? To be able to see things better because I was struggling. I was struggling with work and sleep times. I was like, oh, when should I go to bed? And I was just like, and then I would just be bad. I would be bad at it. And like, I recently started doing therapy again as well and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, when am I actually free? And it was just kind of hard to see when I had other stuff going on. And I started being more active in life. So I needed to actually utilize a calendar. So I started using a calendar. And so now I'm going to put like streaming times on the calendar. I should do that actually. To have a schedule, yeah. To go back to having a schedule, because I have not had a schedule in a while. I think it would be nice to have a schedule again. So you guys actually know when I'm going to stream. So you'd be like, oh, Sylvia's going to stream soon. Or, oh, Sylvia's going to stream at this time that day. So when I invite you out, you're like, oh, can we actually do it on this day instead? Because you secretly are planning on watching my stream. Yeah. As if people would do that. Breakfast blast. The extra tickets are nice. I do like that. I think once we got all the stars, we'll do extra ticket stuff. Who do that? Not me. Not you, who's a hermit. The hermit mod. I'm still baffled that Jade, she actually gets Twitch notifications. She's the only person who I know gets Twitch notifications. And she's always first because of it. I don't know why Twitch favors her with notifications. It's a little bit crazy. She's just like always first. There was one time Blue was literally in my chat before I started streaming because she knew I was about to stream. And Jade still got the first redeem. And like, I didn't announce I was streaming. I was just talking with Blue. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna ready for stream. And she's like, oh, I want to get first. And so she popped in. And she was talking in chat before I started streaming. I started streaming. Jade still somehow got first. It was wild. I don't even know how she does that. It's Cat. Whip it up. Whip, whip, whip it up. Whip, whip, whip it up. Whip, whip, whip it up. I know you can get two at once if they overlap, but it's kind of hard to do that. Ooh, that's actually really cute. I like that.
But I did new pants. Oh, these ones? It makes such a funny noise. What is the holiday? What is the holiday that we are on right now? F? Yeah, I think it's F. No, that looks bad. Banana butter. We only need one more to make this good. Let's go back to the shop. Yeah! Why is that a chicken wing? Chicken wing, chicken wing. Alright, I need to give the thingamabob today. How do I do that? How do I give someone a coupon? Wait, I didn't want to leave. How do I give someone a coupon? Actually, let's look at my stickers real quick. How do I do that? How do I do that? Here it is. Let's see. We'll focus on one person right now. Have Quinn's order ready when she arrives and serve immediately. Okay, who's Quinn? Quinn's probably going to be at the end. Oh, she's a closer. Can I give her a coupon? How do I give out the coupons? Have Quinn's order. Yeah, okay. Wait, how do I give the coupon? Hello? I bought a coupon. How do I... What? Hello? Oh, okay. Let's go to Quinn. I can't give her a coupon? Tropical special to Tony. Who the fuck is Tony? Is this Tony? No. Is this Tony? No, that's Roy. Is this Tony? No, that's Alan. Is this Tony? Is this Tony? Is this Tony? Who is Tony? Fine, I'll just start here. Oh, I don't have everything available yet. I'll just do it like this. Serve 10 sundaes from the food truck. Let's go to the food truck real quick. Why is the X not the back button? That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go to the food truck. Oh, I keep hitting the X and I'm driving myself crazy. All right, I gotta serve 10 sundaes from the food truck. Tony to the cashier. Tony to the cashier. Your mom is looking for you. I can make anything I want. That's actually disgusting, and whoever wants this is insane. Whoever gets this is insane. Oh, I can still earn tips and tickets? Interesting. All right, chat, what should I make? Or increase your rate out of the food truck, but you could experiment with any chat. I'm gonna make a large. Y'all better start typing. I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. Let's make a Reese drink first. Chicken nuggies. I can't make chicken nuggies, Deltura. What type of drink should I make? Give me a theme. A marshmallow? All right, we'll make a marshmallow. Let's make a marshmallow drink. I'm gonna make a marshmallow drink that I think will be good. We'll do marshmallow. We'll do... I think chocolate marshmallow would be good. We'll do medium blend because who the fuck wants a chunky drink? Marshmallow. I think marshmallow would go good with vanilla. And then I'll do banana next. Let's do chocolate sauce. No? You gotta be faster than that. Do you mean like together? Marshmallow, banana together. We're gonna do a medium now. You gotta be faster. Gotta be faster than that. Marshmallow, banana? Actually, that probably would be good.
Marshmallow banana. Hi, Linux. Marshmallow banana, add some nuts. Chocolate. Chocolate. You're allergic to nuts? No nuts. Got it. We'll just add extra chocolate instead. No nuts. And then that probably has nuts in it. Oh, more banana, actually. We'll do more banana. Here you go. He actually looks like he would drink this drink. He looks like he would drink this drink. Banana overdose. All right. What's the next one we're doing, chat? We'll do another medium. These are our flavors. We got Reese's, cake, brownie, marshmallow. We already did marshmallow. Try not to... Strawberry theme? Strawberry overdose? Very berry strawberry. We'll do medium because who wants chunky? We'll make it as pink as we can. The pink drink! Yes, we'll call it pink drink. Pink drink, pink drink, pink drink. This is the Sylvia drink. I just want one. It looks cute with one. And look, it's dark. That's cool. All right, I need a new theme. We gotta do 10. We gotta get that sticker. Let's see. Looks like the drink from Pinkie. Oh goodness. We just took Pinkie Pie and we made her into a drink. Cookies? A cookies theme? The Oreo one? That's a cookie. Cookies and chocolate or cookies and vanilla? Cookies and chocolate or cookies and vanilla or mint cookie? Mint cookie could be a good one. Do we want a mint cookie? You say vanilla? Okay, vanilla. Do vanilla. Vanilla cookie theme. We'll do some chocolate chips. And then we'll add some one cookie because 3 is a lot, honestly. She would drink this drink. She's literally dressed for the drink. All right, we need a new theme. Should we do a birthday theme? We do got a cake one. We literally have a cake over here. We could do a birthday theme. Brownie dream? All right, let's do brownie dream. Brownie dream. I was considering chunky, but I changed my mind because that's disgusting. A brownie's dream. No nuts, because we don't want to kill anyone. We'll add a cookie. For the Gorlorb Destroyer. Alright, new flavor, new flavored. Should we just do like a flavor for each of these? I don't know, it's more fun for chat to pick. Alright, let's see. The Sylvia special. So what I would want... It's not my birthday. So what I would want... I'd probably go for Reese's. If we're going for what I would eat, like what I would order, I'll do what I would order and then I'll make one that'll look like it'll be pink. What I would order, I'd get normal whipped cream. Because I would feel like chocolate whipped cream would be too much chocolate. I wouldn't want any drizzle on it, I don't think. Yeah, there's no caramel drizzle. Otherwise, I'd get caramel drizzle. I don't really love any of these toppings. I'm basic. I'm autistic. Now I'll make a drink that what I think would be a Sylvia special because I love pink stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do strawberry. Actually, it'll still be a strawberry lemonade. That's what we're doing. A strawberry pink lemonade drink. It'll be blended. Actually, can I not blend it more? It's fine. It'll still get normal whipped cream because autism. Strawberry drizzle. We'll do a little bit of strawberry drizzle. I'm only gonna put stuff on it that I would actually want. We'll do rainbow sprinkles. The Sylvia drink. I don't like bright red cherries. I only like the deep red cherries, so that's why I'm not putting it on. If we had like the good cherries, then I would put it on. That is a cool outfit. She looks dope. All right. Should we make the dark Sylvia special now? All right. What would dark Sylvia? What would be the dark special? Let's do chocolate. Vanilla. Is that gonna make it what I want it to look like? Okay, that doesn't look how I want it to look. Hang on. We'll do... Let's be something that goes good with chocolate. We'll do a chocolate s'more. I'm still gonna do white whip because I don't love chocolate whipped cream. I never get cupcakes that have like the chocolate whip on it. I'll just be honest. I think it's too much. I never get the chocolate frosting. Or should I make something red because she has red hair? We'll do a cookie. I'll do a red themed Dark Sylvia one next because she is red. She has red hair instead of pink, so I'll do that. Do I not have red? What are my options for when I go into this? Okay, that looks like a red velvet. So what we're gonna do is actually marshmallow red velvet. Whipped cream, red velvet, pomegranate, and a cherry. Not the cherry I like, but is that 10 yet? Is that 10 orders yet? Can I look at my book? No, go away. Oh, I need one more? Are you kidding me? I need to make one more. Let's make the blue. Let's make a blue one for blue. We're gonna make it as blue as we can. So we got blueberries. I don't know what flavor that is. We're making the blue supreme drink. Everything is gonna be blue. We'll do more dark blue. Do this one. Nah. I don't have a blue topping. That's fine.
I can't believe I needed one. There it is. There it is. I can't believe I needed one more. Are you serious? That's crazy. See if your wages on 4 paydays. Okay, I have to just wait on that. A chocolate creamio. Okay. 250. Okay, that's just gonna take a while. I don't have everything. Don't have anything. 8 posters from the shop. Yeah, that's not happening right now. Wait, okay. Wait, can I send... I can't send it to closers, which is a little bit frustrating. Add Cladberries to Nevada Sunday. Who is Nevada? I made fun of her name. I need to know who this is, who I made fun of. Here she is. To Nevada's. Cladberries to Nevada Sunday. Alright, we're gonna invite her. It's not my birthday! Why is everyone saying happy birthday? What? It's not my birthday. Okay, I gotta add cloudberries to the hippie girl's food. Hi, Stelvac. No, every day is your it's your happy unbirthday because it's not your birthday, or is it? Yeah. As I'm my dear, how does that even make sense? Hang on, I have to fix my headband because it's slipping on my head, and I need it to hold my hair back, not fall off my head. Sensory issues. It has to keep my hair intact, not sliding all over the place. Is on break and the people need... Oh, Blue is on break. I forgot about that. People need someone happy birthday to... Oh, I guess, yeah. About deers and Capricorn? Well, deers are pretty awesome, so I don't blame you. Deers are just cool. We're just neat. I'm a little upset that I can't invite closers because I want to have a closer guaranteed. Like, come on. How else do they expect me to get those achievements? It's not like I can sit it on the counter and do other stuff. The one video of the deer eating a banana? I have not. Oh, pink pomegranate. I forgot about that. I have not. I have not seen that. I'm not braining. I'm not braining! My brain's not braining. I do like deer videos, though. I think they're neat. I mean, obviously. Obviously, I think deers are neat. I don't need to say that. About 5 seconds long. It's as simple as it sounds. I think those are cloudberries. Oh wait, I need to do this one first. What is this cookie? What is that? That is hideous. Yeah, I have time. Oh, it's her! It's her! I have to add cloudberries to her thing. It's her.
Why is it called pink pomegranate when the only pomegranate thing is the topping? That doesn't make any sense. Yay! Oh, I got an apron. Neat. What the fuck? Where's my... Oh, it's already that late. That's a bed alarm, but I don't work tomorrow, so I don't need that alarm right now. You head home? You're gonna bully me. Stelvek, tell him not to bully me. You can even use my new redeem, which is Buddling Spirit. We got a couple new redeems. You can tell on him, and Buddling Spirit will yell at him and call him stinky. Hey, it bonked me! That's so mean and totally unwarranted. I was only telling people to bully you. That's so rude. Yeah, you tell him. But if you look, Stelvak, I have new redeems. Wait, is this Nevada's? It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. Here we go. Cloudberries. I hope those are cloudberries. I don't actually know what cloudberries are. I hope it's not that. I really hope it's those. Is that the sticker? 85%. Wait, was that not it? What the fuck is a cloudberry? Did I not do the thing? You gotta go. All right, I hope you have a great day. What the fuck is a cloudberry? It won't tell me. Wildberry, derps. What the fuck is a cloudberry? No, I'm not wasting a ticket. I'm not wasting a coupon. The fuck is a cloudberry? I'm looking it up. Cloudberries. Oh, it's the fucking yellow thing. It's the fucking yellow thing that was like, I hope it's not this. I'm a dumbass. Wait, did it give her the coupon? I actually don't know. I'm just gonna test. I'm just gonna check. I can't. Did I give her the coupon? I don't have the option to give people the coupon. Okay, so she does have it. Okay, good. That's nice. How was I supposed to know that was cloudberries? They're not labeled. They're not labeled. I'm so frustrated. This game should not be as hard as it is. Wee. What song is this? I'm sorry? Oh, this is JoJo's. I want to listen to something with more lyrics. It is a good song. I feel like something with words. She says as she listens to music that she doesn't understand the words to, but she just wants to hear someone say words. Oh, I'm so odd. I'm so weird. I'm so weird.
Edo, he's little because he's short. Just like Foxy. Okay, I'm gonna add actual cloudberries to your order this time. And you're gonna like it! You don't have a choice. Put this one right here, so I know it's special. I got it this time. I got it. I don't know if she actually wants a large. Nope. She wants the special. Everything else will do perfectly. There you go. Enjoy your cloudberries. Fucking finally. Got the achievement. I mean, she didn't like it, but I got the achievement. You also want this? I need to not get those mixed up. I don't want to accidentally hand it out to the wrong person quickly. Because then the other person will lose wait time points. And I don't feel like dealing with that, honestly. I just don't. Ooh! Oh, there's the apron. Nice. I'm getting lots of tickets. Wait. What is hers? What is hers? I don't have it ready, but... tiramisu and chocolate. I'm just gonna build it and have it ready before she orders. I don't know if that'll count. It'll be really cool if it counts. Okay, what else does she want on her? Oh, God. No, okay. White whipped cream, nuts. Okay. And then it was... cherry circle. Cherry circle. Take your order. Please. It was a large. It was supposed to be a large. You know what? It's close enough. I got the achievement! She didn't love it, but I got the achievement. Because I got the size wrong. Oops. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, I'll just go for a different one. If I get the thing wrong, I'll just go for one that'll get me something. Oh, I think that's too high. Yeah, I think it would have missed the star. It's hard because it's going so fast. Oh, I did it! Okay. Nice. Ooh, that's ugly. Ooh. Waffle Mia. Oh shit, that's really bad. Fuck, that's like so bad. I don't think I could have hit anything with that one. Oh, that's not gonna hit anything. Maybe if I go for this one? Yeah. It's not gonna hit anything. This one's tough. Oh, that's bad. It's bad. It's bad! Oh, I did it! Okay, I got it. Nice! Close. We got new. Oh. How does that lessen it? It's literally for the holiday. My gosh. I don't understand this game. I really don't understand this game. I don't understand. Windows. Okay, there's clothes. It has all the holiday stuff up front. At least that's nice, I guess. What do I want? What do I need, actually? So, the wallpaper... Actually, I would really like a different floor in a wallpaper. Man, they have really bad options. Okay, we'll just go for white. And then for the floor, red. Red, of course it's red. What? Disgusting. Oops. That's as good as it gets to try to make that flow. Alright. I think that's good for where we're at, honestly. I think I'm gonna wrap up. I don't want to overstream or anything, especially since it's been a while. So close that out. I have messages? No, it's a group chat. It's a group chat. I don't need to worry about it. It's a group chat. Alright, let's see who is streaming. What's this? I got quite a few people streaming, so. What if we rate someone new? Because honestly, I'm not loving the games that they're playing right now. So let's just find someone new. Seriously, I look up papas and it just doesn't come up with anything. Is no one else playing this game? No, there's no way I'm the only one playing this game. That can't be real. That can't be real. Oh, goodness gracious me. Alright, I'll just look up tags and channels and go to VTubers. Actually, no, I should still narrow it down on a game. What games do you guys like? You guys like Minecraft. Let's go rate someone who's playing Minecraft. And then we'll go to VTubers as a tag. And we should also do English because I want to be able to talk with them. Oh, it doesn't let me do VTuber and English. That's a little bit annoying. Oh, it does. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. All right, we'll do the rec. All right. Here we are. Here we go. Amazing. Let's find a new friend. A new friend. New friend. It's hard because I want to rate someone small like me, and it recommends big VTubers. And I'm like, I don't want to rate a big VTuber. I want to rate a small VTuber who's just a little guy. I'm a little guy. And definitely just doing my best to find someone. Wait, they're pink. Are they English? I want to read the pink person.
I was born with a fire inside.
Ah! Ads. No. They got pre-rolls on. I don't want to send you guys to pre-rolls. They may be pink, but pre-rolls suck. Cozy? This person has the thing cozy in their thing. They also have pre-rolls, though. Actually, so not that either. I don't like pre-rolls. I don't want to send you guys to pre-rolls. Maybe I'll just pick someone who's I'm following then. Instead of trying to go somewhere new. What are they playing? Alright, you guys are going to Lethal Company. To Icky. You're going to Icky. I'm sending you to Icky. Icky's my friend. Icky does it. I type his name right? Okay, good. Thank you guys so much for coming to the stream today. Whether you lurked, you chatted, or maybe you did a little bit of both. If you're not in the Discord, you should join the Discord because we got awesome people, awesome information, awesome everything. And then there's our follower. I sent that a little bit early. There's our follower message. And then here is our sub. Here's our sub rate message. Amazing, wonderful, fantastic. So make sure you copy and paste one of those. Alright. And then here. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I'm going to do my best to try to get back to streaming on a schedule. I can words. I can do stuff. Yes, I can. Anyway, it's amazing to see so many of you guys come out and support me, even though I just kind of started streaming for doing nothing. Alright. I appreciate you guys coming today. Whether maybe you lurked, maybe you chatted, maybe you did both because you're silly goofy goober. Either way, I appreciate you guys so very much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Mwah.